Hello, hello, welcome to or back to my channel. Thank you for stopping, clicking and watching. Did I say my name is Angel? I can't remember. But anyway, hey ho, my name is Angel. Do you know what? I've just finished filming only 10 indie decks, a video response to that tag. And when I was choosing my indie decks, I was looking through my deck collection and I was thinking, I totally want to show a couple of the decks that I have that used to be indie decks but are now mass market decks, and I totally want to get them in on this video because I love those decks so much. And then it suddenly occurred to me to do another video about the decks that I am totally grateful for that were once indie that have now become mass market, because I'm totally glad that I was able to purchase them so that they've become available for people maybe who don't want to buy indie decks or can't for whatever reason. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be looking at the decks that I'm totally grateful for that went from indie to mass market so that I could get my sticky little fingers on them. Let's dive in. Okay, so the first deck we're starting with is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. I absolutely adore this deck. I totally love this deck. This was originally a Kickstarter, and thank the lordy lord, it was picked up by it became mass market. Thank the lordy lord. I've edged mine in black. It comes unedged out of the box on the mass market edition. I absolutely adore this deck. I didn't expect to. But I've said it before. I got this as a Christmas or as a birthday present. I can't remember because my birthday and Christmas is very close together. Anywho, that's irrelevant. The point is that I received this deck as a present, I think I did a bit of a walkthrough whilst speaking about something else on my channel around Christmas and New Year. After I'd received it, and I was like, I really like the images. I really like it. Yeah. And then once I started reading with it, oh my, Gordon Bennett, it was just fantastic. And I've said before in a different video that this totally brings, it totally fills a niche in my collection, this deck, that no other deck does. And that is the fact that, and I feel daft saying it, but I feel as though this brings out my my inner higher priestess, or like my higher self, which I don't have any other deck that does that. So for that reason, this is totally, I'm totally grateful that this went mass market, because, it didn't appeal to me when it was on Kickstarter, I have to say. Love this card. I'm going to also show you a deck that I pair with this, and that is this one. This is also a mass market deck. This is the Transcendent Journeys Oracle. Absolutely amazing pairing. I get such good readings. Yeah, total favourite. This deck with this one. Sorry, that was digressing. So yeah, I am so grateful that this went mass market. Love it. I would say this is one of my top 3 tarot decks. I just love it. It's amazing. Good guidebook as well, I have to say. Although again, I read this quite intuitive. This one, I find the messages come very intuitively. Anyway, that's my first deck that was indie that went mass market. Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. Love it. This is my second choice. I absolutely adore this one. This is the Fifth Spirit Tarot. I worked this one in, I want to say February. Oh, so love this. This was picked up by Hay House. This was obviously originally an indie deck. These are the backs, which are reversible. I personally don't read reversibles, but anywho, I haven't edged mine. I'm not sure if I will. I adore these images. Honestly, it's just, love it. I love this deck, and I almost can't put my finger on not why, because it's a beautiful deck, but it's just such a clear reader for me. And some of the minors, I suppose one could almost say that they're almost like pips with feelings, which kind of doesn't really float my boat normally, but this deck, it just so works. I love it. I think it's an amazing deck. yeah, I've got nothing, I don't have anything negative to say about this deck. I just think it's amazing. It's, I would say this is like one of the top 5 decks in my collection at the minute, to be honest. I really love it. I've gone quiet, but I really love it. And when I did a walkthrough on my channel of this deck, and I wasn't particularly vocal when I did that walkthrough. I was trying to be, you know, quite, not reserved, but I was just trying to let the cards speak for themselves. But inside I was like, I so want to work this deck. I so want to work this deck. I love it. I love it. But in my video I was really restrained, and I tried to be quite calm, you know, because, you know, I was pretty much like a kid in a candy store. I was like, you know, let me work with this deck. It's going to be so much fun. And I just loved my time with this deck. And, you know, it'll be coming out again very, very soon. I do try to rotate my decks monthly. So this isn't in rotation at the minute, although it's in my tarot card right beside me, because I like to have it on hand just to, you know, to grab it and read it. And I love the guidebook. I think the guidebook is really, really good. And yeah, I can't fault this deck. I absolutely adore it. And sorry, just going back to the tower card, I love this tower card. I love that, you know, this person is sitting in front of this burning building, letting it burn. Just letting it burn. I love that. I love it. So yeah, that is the 5th Spirit Tarot. We're moving along to this one, a Compendium of Witches Oracle. I don't want to butcher the creator's name. Natasha. I'm not going to try and butcher that, but you can see. Anyway, this is a Lo Scarabeo deck. I'm going to see if I can get this open. I'm usually prepared and efficient and take all the decks out of the boxes, but I've literally just finished filming the video response to #only 10 indie decks, and this kind of was like at the forefront of my mind, and I was thinking, oh, totally got to film that video as well, because, you know, I really want to show those decks in that video, but I couldn't because they must market. Anyway, I explained that at the beginning. Rambling on. These are the backs. I've edged mine in a mustard yellow because I love mustard yellow, and I've like aged the edges with some bronze. This, I believe, was a Kickstarter. Thank the lordy lord, it's now a mass market deck, so, you know, it's easier to get one's hands on. Why am I saying one? I don't know, it's all very bizarre. Love this, love this deck. Love this card, absolutely adore it. There are 2 suits, the Witches and the Whisperers, I want to say. So these are like, I'm going to say Witches and Objects. Lo Scarabeo deck, as mentioned. I love the artwork. I'm totally smitten with the artwork. I believe the indie version of this deck had like green borders on, so I'm really glad that the mass market is borderless, because that's my personal preference. What was I going to say? I'm going to say this is like, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to say this is my favourite Oracle deck in my collection. I love it. I did a walkthrough on my channel of this, if you want to see a whole walkthrough of it, and I found, saying it now, this has reminded me, I found the images, the witches, really haunting. Like, they really spoke to me. I felt like I really resonated with them, and I was really shocked by how much I felt connected to the witches straight away, just by, you know, like the first or second walkthrough or looking at the cards. Love this card, absolutely adore it. Yeah, I've got some amazing readings with these cards, and I really like to pair this one with the Tower of Strange Antlers, and even, sorry, I'm just going to grab this from my cart because I need to show you this one, the Illuminated Earth Oracle, which is actually an indie deck, but anywho, it pairs beautifully. Love it. Sorry, that was by the by. I'm going to also say that I really enjoy the guidebook. It is Lo Scarabeo, so this is in English. This is in other languages. I mentioned in my walkthrough video that I tend to put an elastic band to section off, so I know what is relevant to me and what I can read. I really enjoyed this guidebook, and you can totally 150% use this deck with this guidebook. Because I love this deck so much, I ordered the independent version of the book that goes with this deck from the creator. I'm going to show you that as well because I'm cheeky like that. This is the book that I received. You totally don't need this book to work and get the best results with this deck. This deck is fantastic with the guidebook that comes within the mass market. But I'm going to just show you a few pages here. This book kind of goes into a bit more detail about the witches with their stories. We've got some other nuggets of information about the witches, and maybe like things that have happened within their lives, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like maybe tools that they use or have gathered throughout their times. So it makes a really nice addition, and it adds to the readings. But I totally didn't need it. I just bought it because I really love the deck, and I was nosy. I wanted to know what the book was like. I love the illustration style of this. I think it's beautiful. And I want to say as well, look at this, it's gorgeous. I want to say as well that this creator, I'm going to say Natasha, I'm not going to use the last name because I don't want to butcher it. They are working with, I think it's Sasha Graham, but don't quote me on that, on a tarot deck that was also indie that's gone mass market, which is coming out by Llewellyn, I want to say, and it's called The Witch's Garden, I think it's called. Very obviously same art style, I believe. Natasha is the illustrator, or yeah, and Sasha Graham is maybe writing the guidebook. Don't quote me on that. And that's coming out soon, which I totally want to get, even though I'm on a low buy year, but it's totally on my wish list. And I really want to get that because I think this will work. I think that tarot deck will work really beautifully with the Oracle deck. Oh, holy moly, that was a story. This is Melusina. This is also Melusina. Very interesting. So yeah, so that's that. That was a bit of a by the by, but I thought, you know, it's worth showing you so you can see, so you know. So yeah, that was that. Show you a couple more cards, and the cardstock is beautiful, in my humble opinion. I don't know anything about cardstock, but I think this is great cardstock. Let's take two more, one more, and no more. So there we go. That was that one. So they were the three decks that I really wanted to somehow get into the hashtag only 10 indie decks, you know, and I was going to try and, you know, kind of look at it from a different point of view. And I thought, no, I'm going to make a different video instead because I want to do these decks justice because they're gorgeous. The next one on my list is this one, Transient Light Tarot. I want to say that this was a Kickstarter. Would I be right in saying that? I think so. Let's do this. Who was this picked up by? I should know this. I should have done my what's the word? Research before hitting record, but I didn't because I'm a nincompoop. This is also by Hay House. You get 3 extra cards here: past, present, present and future, which you can obviously, you know, pop down and draw cards. These are the back, which I think are beautiful. Please tell me I'm in frame. And I've edged mine in like a metallic green colour. I've used this quite a lot, so it's chipped a bit. Unfortunately, I need to re-edge it again. Anyway, taking in mind that I'm the kind of person that really enjoys colourful decks, it's maybe a bit of a surprise, but this is a very limited palette. I really like the depictions of the cards in this deck. I like it that, you know, it feels really pared back to me, and I think it's this colour. This is going to sound really daft, but I feel it reminds me of, like, I don't even want to say it because it sounds so stupid, but I'm gonna say it. It reminds me of brown packaging paper, which makes me think of like recycling, upcycling, simplicity. I use a lot of packaging paper in, like, I'm a junk journal maker. So it just, I explain this very, very badly. Wait, I don't know where I'm going with this. Let me guide you. Let me carry on flipping the cards for you while I think about where I'm going with this story. Because now it sounds really daft, and I don't know what to say about that. But it does. It gives me a brown paper vibe, and I'm not trying to say that negatively against the deck at all. I think this is a beautiful deck. I love the depictions. I love that the cards are quite, the images are quite pared back. I really love that. Yeah. That was totally random about the brown paper. I shouldn't have said that. What? You know when you press record and then you say something daft and you think, why did I say that? That was so daft. I really like the change of names as well on the imprints, for instance. I really enjoy that. Yeah. Really enjoy the colour palette. And that's the same again, because the colour palette is quite limited, I would say. It just feels clean and uncluttered. I know what I'm trying to say, although even though it is coming over very badly on camera, I appreciate that. I'm going to show you two more, and then we're going to move on, because, you know, why not? Let's pop those to the back. So I'm totally glad that this one became mass market, so that, you know, I could get my sticky, cheeky little fingers on them, or on it. Right, that was that. I'm going to say that this is the newest deck that's come into my collection. This is the Förhäxa Tarot, and this was also a Kickstarter. This, thank the Lord, became mass market. Who's this by? I'm going to put the name on the screen because I can't see it just in a minute. Now I'm going to be quite naughty and say that I haven't even worked this deck yet, and I bought it because I saw a video by what's the channel name called? It's by Sunset. Wait. I'm totally gonna make a hash of this. 3 Girls, 1 Deck is the channel name, I feel, and it's by Julie from Peekaboo Rose and Sarah from Sunset Bow Tarot. I'm totally sorry if I said that incorrectly. I'm going to put the names on the screen. Anyway, it was, I think her name is Sarah, and I was watching a video and it was, sorry, Julie from Peekaboo Rose, Heather and Sarah, I feel, and they were talking about the decks that they usually do. If you've seen any of their videos, they talk about, they each have a deck that they're showing to the other two people, and Sarah was talking about this deck, and getting to the point of the story, that is why I bought this deck, because it totally sold me on the deck. Totally sold me on the deck. And I haven't worked with it yet, but I'm totally looking forward to doing that. That was a really long explanation. I tell you what, sometimes I don't know off babble. Holy moly. Love this. Anyway, so I am totally happy that this became mass market, because I don't think I would have bought it as an indie deck. And I think I maybe even saw it when it was on Kickstarter, when the campaign came up on Kickstarter. And then obviously, you know, I saw the walkthrough, and Sarah was like so enthusiastic about this deck, and the way she spoke about the deck, and the way she was explaining the way that she sees some of the cards and the images, and I was like, oh, that's, yeah, I totally see it. Yeah, I love it. I want it. I really want it. So which is the reason I bought it, even though I'm on a low buy year. Naughty me. So that is the Förhäxa Tarot. As mentioned, I haven't worked with it as yet, but I'm totally looking forward to working with it. There is no guidebook. There is like a fold out. And just to make you aware, the suits have been renamed. And you know, I've made a video about that before, and here I am buying decks that have been renamed, or the suits that have been renamed. So enough said about that. Love it. Love the images. Can't say how it reads, but I'm totally looking forward to working with it. I mean, totally colour me happy tarot. So yeah. Okay, so the next tarot I'm going to show you, I've got 2 left. That is the Förhäxa Tarot by MJ. Oh God, I don't want to butcher that name. I'm not going to say it. Totally sorry, but you know, this lovely person. This actually is an indie deck at the minute. However, it is coming out mass market, which I thought is the reason I really want to show it, because I ordered this from the creator. I've issued mine in orange, and I think this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. I use this. This is my, I'm going to say, my Melusina deck. And I absolutely love it. I love the readings I get with it. Again, I find it a really intuitive deck. Personally, I find this very intuitive. I don't tend to use the guidebook as much, so I can't really comment on the guidebook. But I just think it's, you know, fantastic that it's coming out mass market for, you know, other people to be able to enjoy and use. I think that's amazing. I'm going to put on the screen, if you know, which publishing house, if that's what you call them, has picked up this deck and is going to be what's the word, releasing it. So I'll put that name on the screen because I can't tell you who it is just at the wee moment. Because, you know, I'm kind of making this video on a bit of a whim, you know how it is. I love the artwork. I just love it. So yeah, so I'm totally glad, as mentioned, that it's going to be available to the masses. That's amazing. I'm also going to put the date that they're going to release the deck, if I remember. Fingers crossed. Hold your fingers and your toes. Fingers and toes crossed, and legs crossed as well, that I remember. Anyway, that's that one. And then the final deck that I've got to show you is actually also a mass market deck. No, not, sorry, it's not. I'm lying to you. It's an indie deck is what I meant to say. This is the Unfolding Path Tarot. This was a Kickstarter that I backed. And thankfully, this is also coming out mass market. I believe it's Hay House that is releasing this deck. I think it's on pre-order now. I love this deck. I absolutely adore it. It's absolutely diddly-tastic. It's out of rotation now, hence the reason it's in, what's the word, order, because I always put my decks back in order to kind of cleanse the deck and reset the deck, as it were. The Kickstarter version came with like a fold-out, very thin pamphlet, almost fold-out pamphlet. So it'll be really interesting to see the guidebook when that comes out mass market. I don't think I'll be purchasing the deck, you know, the deck for the guidebook, but never say never. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Excuse me. I'm just going to put a bit of a pre-warning in here. But for me personally, this deck kind of took the place of my Lightseers Tarot. I haven't used the Lightseers Tarot as much since purchasing or since receiving this one. So, you know, just maybe to make you aware that it could, you know, you could find it replaces, other decks in your collection. Anyway, so that's that. Love this deck, love the cardstock. I'm going to say this is actually my favourite cardstock. It's like, oh, it's just, don't know what it is, but it's gorgeous. Totally not a cardstock kind of person. So yeah, so that's that. I think that's pretty much all the decks I've got to show you. I probably will come across more, because that's always what happens. And this was totally, you know, a whim that I wanted to film this. What say you? Oh, no, I'm lying. There is one more deck that I'm going to show you, but I don't have it. I don't have it in indie, but I'm going to put a picture on the screen now. This is totally a deck that I want to get my sticky little fingers on, because I love Samantha Rock's work. I have her other decks. I have the Macabre Tarot. The Rainbow Moon Tarot is one of my most favourite decks. The Cosmic Cunt Tarot I have. So I really want to get my hands on this deck, and I was thinking of purchasing it indie, and then before I, you know, hit the buy button, it was just a fluke that I found out that it's coming out mass market, and I've already pre-ordered it because I'm a cheeky monkey. So I'm so glad that that's gone mass market, so that I can, you know, purchase that one as well. That's going to be called the what's it called? Velouria's Tarot, I think it's called. Indie version was called Penelope's Tarot. So I totally can't wait for that. So yeah, I think I'm done. I'm doing the same again. I'm going to hand the baton over to you. Which is your? Do you have any decks that once were indie that have been published mass market? Which deck would be your favourite in that case? Please let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know, because I'm a bit nosy, and it's nice to have some conversations, and get to know other people's views and thoughts and opinions and things like that. So yeah, please make a comment in the comment section if you'd love to. Otherwise, you know the drill. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Take care. Hope to see you next time. Toodaloo.